Hello tool groupies and welcome to the Backwoods Mechanic channel. If you like tool reviews, do-it-yourself how-to videos and much more, make sure you pop the clutch on that subscribe button. If you want to see the tools in action from this channel, all you gotta do is go over there to Instagram and hit follow. Plus you'll find a bunch of deal alerts and much more. Now today we're going to do a tool review that I've been using since I went and purchased it during the Walmart tool purge. Now this particular name brand here, a lot of people just flat out don't like it, but a lot of people actually use this drill. If you go look online and see the reviews that people have left about this particular drill, it's got an average of like a 4.6 star rating out of over 4,400 and some people who have bought and used this tool. And personally, well, I'll give you my opinion on it here in just a second, but let me show you what I picked up during the Walmart tool purge several months back. This is the orange and black trademark colors of Black & Decker. This is model LD120. It is a 20 volt lithium ion run 3/8 drive drill driver. If you go to pick this up at the normal retail price, it's going to cost you right around $50. You pick it up online, possibly cheaper than that. But I walked out the door with it for the low purge price of only $14. Whether you like Black & Decker or not. If you, for one, if you don't like Black & Decker and you like going to Harbor Freight and talking about their tools, I don't want to hear nothing from you. I just don't want it. No, don't do it. Okay? Black & Decker. It has a purpose in this world. It's just like everything else. And it definitely one step up from the junk you call hyper tough as far as the cordless drill goes. Now what come in that kit with that particular drill is the LD120 charger. This comes with most of the Black & Decker line tools with the compact batteries. It's nice and simplistic. You got a little wall charger right there, a tiny little cord, and you got this. You just take it, slide it right over top of the battery, mount it to it, it charges. So it's really nice, compact, convenient for a lot of folks. And if you look at the top of it right here, it does have the solid green line, the dotted green line, the SOS signal, and then the rapid red line. So it changes between red and green to let you know the health of the battery overall, whether you should throw it away or not. Now the battery itself is model number LBXR20. This is a 20 volt max lithium ion 1.5 amp hour battery. If you go to buy this thing by itself, you're going to pay a bare minimum of $30 to $50 in store for these batteries right here. And a lot of people might not think about it with Black & Decker, but really these things hold a charge up to 18 months. So if you put this in a drill and you're somebody who's going to use it once a year, this thing, fully charge it, put it in your drill, use it once or twice, it's going to be charged when you go back to use it for up to 18 months. So that's not too bad at all. And if you really look at the design of these in comparison to DeWalt, which is the big brother of Black & Decker, then you're going to see that these things look like a mirror image of each other. There's just some slight differences. That way you cannot obviously take this and put it inside DeWalt and run it. They don't want you to do that. They want you to buy their batteries. But I mean, the same design, similar design, everything like that. It's got a little bit less quality cells probably in it, but I mean, it works. It does good. And this thing was made in 2018 and I picked it up during the tool purge. So I mean, it is what it is. It goes with it. For the price I paid for it, it's definitely worth what I paid for it, simply because I did buy a 1/4 inch impact wrench, and I also bought another 3/8 drill driver, which you can check out next. So if this drill right here burns up and one of the other two tools I got from them burns up, then I'm going to at least have one tool with 4 different battery packs. And if all else fails, I could probably pull the cells out of these and fix 1 or 2 of the old school DeWalt battery packs that I've got laying around somewhere. On top of that, it comes with a 2-year warranty, 30-day money-back guarantee. Of course, you can go to blackanddecker.com or you can call the number, which is 1-800-544-6986, I do believe. If not, I'll correct it on the screen. Now, this does have a solid plastic body. It's made in China. The only grip that it's got is right here on the back side of this. It doesn't have anything right there on the finger grips, and it is really light. It's not too heavy or anything, but it's bigger than most traditional drills out here that people are used to nowadays, especially if you got like DeWalt or something. DeWalt's a much better quality tool, of course, but this one has the angled head on it. A lot of the Black & Decker models don't have the angled head anymore. This one does, so for whatever reason they put an angled head on this, and it's just basically, slap it together for your bare minimum drill. That's what this is. It does have the 3/8 drive or 10mm chucks. Got the plastic housing on it with the metal jaws on the inside. So you can still do a wide variety of things with this particular tool, especially for do-it-yourself stuff. It has the selector switch right here to go forward and reverse, and you can use it during single hand operation. The trigger's right here. It is a variable speed trigger. You can start out slow and go fast depending on what project you're working with. So it does have some options for people. Now, the one thing that I think is a little bit crazy, personally, is the overkill on the clutch here. It has a 23 position clutch. 23! Along with a brushed motor, and it has a no load speed of 0 to 750 RPMs. 0 to 750 RPMs with a 23 position clutch. Now, on the plus side, they did say that this has 115 inch-pounds of torque for those interested. Now, whether that's true or not, don't know, but that's what they said it was on the box. The dimensions on this are probably 3 by 7 by 10, I do believe is what I measured on this. And some of the other models do have one of them double-headed Torx bits that go right on the base of it right here, and you'll have a slotted or Phillips number 2. Well, this one is right here on the back. Okay, you got to flip it over, take the bit out, put it in the chuck and all that kind of good stuff. And really, I like the ones that's at the base of it. Now, altogether, my experience, I did buy this whenever it was during the tool purge, so it's been quite a few months back, but I have been using this in a do-it-yourself capacity along with all the other tools that I picked up under the Black & Decker name brand. So in my personal opinion, was it worth the price that I paid for it? Absolutely. Would I have paid the retail price of $50 for it? Absolutely not. Now, some of the flaws that I do have with this particular drill, it does work for some light duty do-it-yourself stuff. Is it going to be something that you can do 100 different projects with? I seriously doubt it. Is it something that you're going to be able to use around the house in a very limited light capacity? Probably. Now, you know, I'm talking hanging picture frames, pictures, shelves. You got a staircase, you know, you got to fix, you got to put a new step on it. You want to go build a dog house, something like that. This drill's probably going to hold up for what you need it for. But if you need a lot of torque, it's only going to go up to 750 RPMs, 115 inch-pounds of torque. It's not really going to give you that much oomph for what you're getting. There's just sometimes when you want to go hard and deep, you know, and you just can't do it, and then you're not going to please your wife. She's going to be like, your drill burned up before you got finished with the doghouse. You know, it's going to be bad. But now, if you use this for lightweight around the house kind of stuff, it's going to probably be right up your alley. You'll be happy about it. You can pick it up, hang your picture frames up, you know, little odds and ends like that. It'll be perfectly good for stuff like that if you can get it for the right price. Now, if you can find this thing for around $20, $25, you know, it's damn sure better than going and investing in Hyper Tough. Hyper Tough is junk. Junk. Say it with me. Hyper Tough is junk. But now, the one particular thing about this, like I said, drives me crazy, is the simple fact that it really does not have that much torque to it, don't have that much RPM to it, and you got a 23 position clutch. Now, what type of let's just get to it. When you go to drill something, okay, you use that clutch so you can control the torque. That way you don't put your screw into the wood entirely too far. You don't go too fast, too hard. You don't crack the wood. You're putting a cabinet up. You don't want to crack your cabinet. That's one of those things. And this right here has very limited RPM. So you would think that they would have put this around an 8 to an 11 position clutch. That would have been a little bit more feasible, in my opinion. The fact that they gave it 23 clutch positions is overkill on this particular drill driver. And it is. It's absolute overkill. There's no way, if you know, most of the time people is going to put it into the drill mode and you're going to use it to drill with. If you got to start it off at, you know, number 1 and then work your way up, I mean, yeah, you're probably a hobbyist or something like that. And, you know, this might be good for you. But as far as doing projects around the house, this should be one of those types of drills that it does the basics of everything that you need. And if someone was to go outside like I am here and you go to hang up like a mailbox on your wall, you got to drill into the brick, this thing is going to wear out pretty quick before it gets the job done, I do believe. But for what I've used it for, I've done some odds and ends with it. Primarily, these drills are good for one thing. My kids like going and watching me when I work. They like helping me when I work from time to time. And I'll generally give them some tools to take with them whenever we go. That way they can help do whatever it is that I'm doing. I'll always give them something to do. And, you know, this is one of those types of drills. If you got a child and they want to learn how to work on stuff, help you out, help mommy, help daddy, you know, here you go. Give this to them. Let them use it. It's also a good drill, I found out, for those pesty neighbors who want to come knocking and say, do you got any tools? Do you got sockets and wrenches? Can I borrow a drill and a hammer? Yeah, sure. Take this one. This one right here. I thought you had D-Walt. I do, but you ain't getting it. You can touch my D-Walt. You can touch it. Reach over and touch it, but it's going to cost you. I'm going to pimp out you touching my D-Walt. Now, the Black & Decker, I hand them greatly, because if they burn it up, it's not going to be no big deal. They don't ever bring it back, it's not going to be no big deal. You know, this is one of those stocking stuffers, give it to a friend at work type situations. Now, will this be good for maintenance men? I don't know. It might be good for maintenance men, which is why I am going to take these drills, and I'm going to leave them at this factory. All right, this industrial plant that I go, I make repairs for this business quite often. They call me in to do routine repairs, things like that, because they had an issue where their boss got very ill. He had an accident, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of come in and take over doing the maintenance repairs and stuff. But I'm going to leave this there on site, and we're going to see how the workers there, because they got one guy. He's not really, you know, mechanic or maintenance type material. But if I'm not there and he can do it, then he kind of, you know, uses the tools to fix stuff. So I'm going to leave it here and let him check it out. And then whenever I come in, I'm going to use it, and we're going to see what it would be like in a maintenance capacity. Now, if you want a good idea on drills, if you're a professional maintenance person, you know, depending on what your position is, whether it's for industrial factories, you do apartment maintenance, you know, you work for a landlord, rents out houses, trailers, whatever the case may be, you're going to experience different things. But I do recommend going and checking out the Maintenance Man channel, because Neil, he's a great guy. He's a professional apartments maintenance technician, and he usually fixes on a daily, weekly basis what most people won't even fix in a whole month or a year or 6 months living at their own house. So just go check him out. Shout out to the Maintenance Man. Great content, brother. What's your opinion on this drill? Let me know. Let everybody out here know. If you're one of the people who have this particular drill right here and you've used it, this is the LD120, I believe. Yep, LD120. LD120. If you're one of the people who's got the LD120, comment in the description box below. Let people know what you think about this particular tool, the performance of it, what you recommend it for, the price you gave for it, the price you think it's worth. Tell us what kind of field you're in. What kind of capacity did you use it in? Did you use it in a do-it-yourself capacity? Are you making projects? Are you a hobbyist? You know, let people know, that way they can make an informed decision when they go out here to buy tools. Put down in the description box below what you think about the batteries too. Did you have good luck out of the batteries? Not have good luck out of the batteries? Either way, go grab yourself some tools and get out here and start making being tradesman great again, yeah. Whoa. Before you get off here, I forgot to tell you my final thoughts and opinions on this thing. Has it done, you know, good for what I needed it for? Absolutely, but it's only been in one of those do-it-yourself capacities. Like I said, I let my kids use it, the wife used it. We put up a few picture frames, hung a few shelves. We built a few different things around the house just to test this thing out along with the other drills. I'm going to continue testing it out in a maintenance capacity. So, if you all want to know the final results on that, I guess you'll just have to stay tuned to the channel. But let's show you a little bit of some of the simple things that it can do. You may not like the orange and the black, but somebody out there loves the orange and the black, brother. And well, black and orange drills matter. All right? They'd matter. Well, be jammed. Ha. There you go. Now you can see right here, that was a 5/8 spade drill bit. Straight through this wood, and this wood right here. So it will do some basic tasks that people might need it to do. As far as the long haul, if you're going to do anything more than light duty work, do it yourself work around the house, I doubt very seriously this thing's going to hold up. I've had Black & Decker in the past that was given to me as gifts. I had the saw sets, things like that, and everything I had burned up except for the flashlight and the batteries. But hey, different strokes for different folks. The price of $14 is worth it.